Like I said, today we're throwing a jerkbait. I'm using a Lucky Craft Stacy jerkbait, and this one's going to go a little bit deeper than your standard pointer 100 or pointer 78. The 78 is a small jerkbait. If you have a lot of trouble getting them to bite the bigger one, or they're slashing at it and not getting it, you can step down to the smaller one. But this Stacy is what I've been catching some fish on. And when you're throwing a jerkbait, you know, it's not one of those things where you just throw out there and reel it back in. It's there's more to it than that, and you know, that's where a lot of people miss the boat. When I was younger, well, it took me a long time to learn how to fish a jerkbait. You just have to have patience. That's the whole key. You just want to get that thing out there, reel it in a little bit, let it sit. And when I say let it sit, I mean let it sit. Watch your line, wait for that little tick. It's kind of like fishing a Cinco. Throw that Cinco out, let it drop. When you feel it bite, you'll just feel a little tick, and that means it's got it. Several of the fish I've caught the last couple of times we've been out, never feel them at all. When I'm getting ready to move that jerkbait, I always pull on it just a tiny bit without moving it, just to feel to see if there's a fish there. And you'll feel if it's heavy, go ahead and pull them on in. But the key is to let it sit. And if you don't let it sit, you're wasting your time out here. It's too cold to get the jerk. You know, you're not fishing topwater. This is a jerkbait. Those fish they're pretty sluggish. You know, they're down there chilling. They want a good meal when they eat. So you get that thing in front of them, let it sit. I've let it sit as much as 10 or 15 seconds, up to 30 seconds. Let it sit. It takes you a good while to get a cast back in. With the wind blowing, it makes it a little bit more difficult to get it right. But you start doing that with your jerkbait, you'll catch a few more fish. Today, folks, my mouth's quivering. We just made a run up the lake. It's cold. We're gonna catch them anyway. Anthony and I were just talking about, you know, the cold and having all these clothes on. You know, we're trying to stay warm, and not only is it challenging to catch fish in the wintertime, it's challenging to fish. It's physically taxing on your body. I mean, you know, you got a runny nose, you got things on your head, you can't hear as good, you know, because you got your hoodie on half the time, and you know, you've got your fingers to deal with, your arms, your shoulders. By the end of the day, I mean, if you fish 5 or 6 hours in this type of weather, your body's tired. I mean, you get home and you're tired. So, you know, I feel like that kid from that movie, that Christmas movie, when he fell down, he's rolling around, he couldn't get back up, you know. But one thing you might want to consider doing in the off season, where a lot of guys shrug when you say it, but you know, keep up with your physical activity, work out, do some exercise and things like that. That'll help you when spring rolls around, not to be so fatigued the day out on the water.